You know, there's something about getting older that no one really prepares you for. Those little surprises that pop up when you least expect them. One day you're feeling just fine, and the next you're wondering, wait, when did that start happening? It's not like anyone sits us down and says, hey, by the way, here's what's coming. Nope, we're left to figure it out on our own. Well, today I want to change that, because aging doesn't have to feel like a mystery. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 of those awkward, sometimes funny, sometimes frustrating secrets of aging that no one warns you about, but should. These are the things your friends might not mention, your doctor might not bring up, and even your own body might not clue you in on until it's already happening. But once you know them, you'll feel more prepared, more confident, and maybe even laugh a little along the way. So let's start with the first one. Something you might have noticed but never really talked about. 1. Your sense of balance isn't what it used to be. Remember when you could hop off a curb without a second thought? Or bend down to tie your shoes without holding on to something? Yeah, those days might feel like they're slipping away. And it's not just about being careful as you get older. It's actually a real physical change. As we age, our inner ear, the little system that helps keep us steady, doesn't work quite as well as it used to. Our muscles weaken a bit, our reflexes slow down, and suddenly, that once easy step off the porch feels a little wobbly. The tricky part? It happens so gradually that you might not even realize it until you catch yourself grabbing the countertop just to put on your socks. But here's the good news. You can do something about it. Simple exercises like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, just hold on to the sink if you need to, or taking a short walk every day can make a big difference. Balance is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it stays. 2. Your skin gets thirsty. If you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, when did my skin start feeling like parchment? You're not alone. Dry, itchy skin is one of those things that creeps up on you. One day your lotion lasts forever, and the next you're slathering it on like it's going out of style. Here's why. As we get older, our skin produces less oil, and it doesn't hold on to moisture like it used to. Add in dry air from heating or air conditioning, and suddenly you're scratching more than you'd like. But before you resign yourself to a life of constant itchiness, try this. Switch to a thicker, fragrance-free moisturizer. Look for ones with ceramides or hyaluronic acid. Drink plenty of water, and this one's surprising. Cut back on long, hot showers. They feel great, but they strip your skin of its natural oils. A lukewarm shower with a gentle soap will keep your skin much happier. Now, these first 2 might have you nodding along, but the next one? Well, let's just say it's something most of us don't see coming until it's right in front of us. 3. Your bladder has a mind of its own. Ah, the joys of getting older, where suddenly your bladder seems to have its own schedule. You might find yourself making more trips to the bathroom, waking up at night, or even laughing a little too hard and thinking, uh-oh. It's not exactly dinner table conversation, but it's incredibly common. The truth is, our pelvic muscles weaken over time, and our bladder just doesn't hold as much as it used to. For women, menopause can make it worse, and for men, an enlarged prostate might be the culprit. But again, there's hope. Simple exercises like Kegels, yes, they're not just for women, can strengthen those muscles. Cutting back on caffeine and alcohol, especially in the evening, can help too. And if it's really bothering you, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. There are solutions that can make a big difference. Now, I know these might not be the most glamorous topics, but here's the thing. Knowing what's coming means you can take control. And that's what this is all about, feeling empowered, not caught off guard. So now that we've covered balance, skin changes, and the unexpected adventures of your bladder, let's move on to the next 2 secrets, ones that might just surprise you even more. You know, sometimes it's the little things that catch us off guard the most. Like when you go to open a jar and realize your grip just isn't what it used to be. Or when you're in the middle of a conversation and suddenly can't recall that one word. You know, the one that's right there on the tip of your tongue. It's enough to make you wonder, is this just me, or does this happen to everyone? Well, let me assure you, it's not just you. These are all perfectly normal parts of aging, and once you understand why they happen, they don't feel quite so frustrating. So let's dive into the next two secrets no one warns you about, but definitely should. 4. Your hands don't listen like they used to. Have you ever reached for a glass of water and fumbled it just a little? Or struggled to button up your shirt, even though you've done it 1,000 times before? It's not that you're suddenly clumsy, it's that your hands aren't as strong or as nimble as they once were. Here's why. As we age, the cartilage in our joints wears down, and the muscles in our hands lose some of their strength. Arthritis can creep in, making things like gripping, twisting, or even writing feel a bit harder than they used to. And let's not even talk about trying to open those ridiculous plastic packaging seals. Honestly, who designed those? But before you resign yourself to a life of drop spoons and stubborn jar lids, here's what you can do. Simple hand exercises, like squeezing a stress ball, stretching your fingers, or even playing with putty, can help keep your grip strong. There are also handy tools, literally, like jar openers, button hooks, and ergonomic utensils that make everyday tasks a breeze. And if stiffness or pain is a problem, a warm compress or even a quick soak in warm water can work wonders. The key here? Don't ignore it. The more you keep your hands moving, the better they'll serve you. 5. Your memory plays tricks on you, and it's totally normal. All right, let's talk about something that worries a lot of us. Those moments when you walk into a room and forget why you're there, or when you're telling a story and suddenly blank on a name you've known for years. It's easy to panic and think, is this the start of something serious? But here's the truth. Most of the time, it's just your brain being, well, a normal older brain. As we age, our brains process information a little slower. We might take a bit longer to recall names or multitask like we used to. But that doesn't mean you're losing your memory. It just means your brain is being more selective about what it holds on to. Think of it like a closet. Over the years, you accumulate a lot, and sometimes you have to dig a little to find what you need. The good news? There's so much you can do to keep your mind sharp. Staying socially active, learning something new, even something simple like a new recipe or a hobby, and getting regular exercise all help. And here's a fun one. Play games. Crossword puzzles, card games, even apps designed for brain training, they all give your memory a little workout. But here's the most important thing. Don't stress about the occasional forgetfulness. It happens to everyone. The more you laugh it off, the less power it has to worry you. Now, these two secrets about your hands and your memory might feel a little frustrating at first, but here's what I want you to remember. They're just part of the journey. And the best part? Once you know what's happening, you can take simple steps to stay ahead of it. So now that we've covered grip strength and those sneaky memory moments, let's move on to the final secret, one that might just surprise you the most. You know, there's something liberating about finally understanding what's really going on with our bodies as we age. It's like being let in on a secret that makes everything else make sense. And that brings me to the last, and perhaps most surprising thing no one warns you about. But before we get to that, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how food just doesn't taste the way it used to? Or how certain meals you once loved now seem meh? If so, you're definitely not alone. 5. Your taste buds betray you, and how to get the joy back. Remember when a simple scoop of ice cream felt like pure happiness? Or when your favorite homemade soup could fix just about anything? Well, if those flavors don't hit the same way anymore, it's not your imagination. It's science. As we age, our sense of taste and smell naturally decline. Those tiny taste buds on your tongue? There are fewer of them now, and the ones you have aren't as sensitive. On top of that, medications, dry mouth, or even sinus issues can dull flavors even more. Suddenly, food might taste bland or worse, metallic or just off, and that can take a lot of the joy out of eating. But here's the good news. You can outsmart this. Try experimenting with bolder spices like garlic, ginger, or smoked paprika, adding a splash of citrus to brighten flavors, or even switching up textures to keep meals interesting. If salty foods taste dull, a squeeze of lemon can perk them up. If sweets don't satisfy like before, try ripe fruits with a sprinkle of cinnamon. And if you've ever thought, I just don't enjoy eating like I used to, talk to your doctor. Sometimes a zinc deficiency or medication adjustment can help. The key takeaway? Don't settle for bland. Food is one of life's great pleasures, and with a few tweaks, you can keep it that way. Bringing it all together. So let's recap those 5 awkward aging secrets no one warns you about. 1. Your balance isn't as steady as it once was, but simple exercises can keep you strong. 2. Your skin gets thirstier, so hydration and gentle care are your new best friends. 3. Your bladder becomes a bit opinionated, but small habit changes can restore your confidence. 4. Your hands might not grip or move like before, but tools and exercises can help. 5. Your taste buds fade, but bold flavors and creativity can bring back the joy of eating. Here's the thing. Aging isn't about losing, it's about adapting. Every stage of life comes with its own quirks, and once you know what to expect, you can roll with them instead of feeling blindsided. So the next time you fumble a jar lid or forget a name, don't be hard on yourself. Laugh it off, make a small adjustment, and keep moving forward. Because the best years aren't behind you, they're whatever you decide to make of them. Right now. A final thought. If any of this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your stories in the comments. What's the one aging surprise that caught you off guard? And what tips have you discovered to handle it? Let's learn from each other, because none of us are in this alone. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. It really does make a difference. And if you're not subscribed yet, well, what are you waiting for? We've got plenty more honest, helpful conversations like this one coming your way. Until next time, remember, aging might be inevitable, but how you experience it is entirely up to you. Here's to living every day with confidence, laughter, and maybe an extra strong jar opener within reach. Cheers.